Greetings everyone, today I would like to continue my random talk about the random stuff, and currently I'm talking about the altars. What do Mongols put on their altars? I'm not talking about the Buddhists, I'm talking about the so-called the dark side or the common side. What do common Mongolian nomad or this basically shamanist put on their altar? So previously I talked about this hataka, piece of ceremonial or in this honorary cloth or fabric. You receive this hatak and you make hatak, meaning the closer or the curtain, something like that. I'm talking about this because I like to link the videos. Also, I guess I forgot to mention it on my previous video, so that I put it in the description. So today I'm trying to not forget what I'm about to say. So I was complaining that I'm having this how to say, emptiness, this down mood, or I need something to talk more than 5 minutes. The next thing I'm going to talk is also obvious, but what I'm going to talk about etc. In this, I chat with these people on the internet. I view them as living spirits. So my living spirits give me some advices, give me some clues, and I get some ideas when I talk with them. So the spinning dog said, this, you always like complain like that. Please do not, this, how to say, play with our, these emotions, something like that. So these emotions is like important, I thought. This because of you have these emotions, because of you have this inner need, you have altars. You are interested in all this fancy stuff. This it how to say, it managed to create emotion inside you, something like that. So you can put things that create emotion on your altar, something like that. Well, the next thing I wanted to talk about, this as a Mongolian, as a, how to say, horse culture, etc., etc. Behold, there is a horse on the altar. So today I would like to talk about the horse. I was thinking, this maybe I'm going to repeat myself over and again, because I did talk about the horse as a the bringer of this free will, this wind horse, this good luck horse, or something like that. So I think I made a video where I this speech about this Chinese I Ching wheel or Tibetan Dharma wheel are being used, and there is another version of our wheel, our this roof circle wheel, that we should have our own free will from this invading horses, something like that. Horse can bring this good stuff and same time bad stuff. Horse is like wind or water, something like that. So horse is a symbol of faith. So you put a symbol of faith on your altar. I guess I did show you this cover of this picture where this Tibetan and Mongolian Buddhist warrior god I guess it's big, something like that. Defeating this enemy body, which is described as a human being, and a horse. So he is standing on a horse and a body. It symbolizes that in order to achieve the complete victory, you have to defeat the enemy body. You are like this killing, something like that, and you have to defeat their horse, meaning their faith. It can be this your this, how to say, it can be some kind of ideology. People like to blame and this, how to say, bitch about this Adolf Hitler, Nazi Germany, and etc. In order to defeat them, you also need to defeat the ideology. You have to show that this your ideology or your way of life is better than this your horse, your faith, something like that. So I'll put some videos in description below where I feel invaded. This. It was like uploaded, videos are uploaded like 2 weeks ago, something like that. So interesting question. There was this picture on internet where this an old Chinese lady was praying in the front of this warrior with the big sword. It was a this computer game character, League of Legends. This standing like this, and it is basically similar for a Mongolian to worship to this armored dude who's standing on a horse and this human being. And what can you ask from a warrior with a sword, and what can you ask horse? So I guess you ask from this warrior defeating the evil spirits, or this protecting one's child, something like that, in battle, something like that. It's basically a god of war because he has this big sword, something like that. One can say that horse is much more, this peaceful. You ask very good stuff from a horse. Please bring my husband safe, or please, this. If someone is dead, you think that this horse is a spirit horse that can deliver the dead person's soul to heaven. So please deliver this my deceased mother, father, grandfather's spirit to the heaven, something like that. Or it can be you can asking for this happiness in life, etc., etc. So Mongolians use this horses to symbolize happiness in life, and you can have 12 or 13 horses on a picture where a horse is standing female horse with this little baby horse is suckling, or there can be jumping horse, running horse, a horse that is this rolling on the ground. There is a mating horse, male and female, and there is two horse that this rubbing each other back, etc., etc. So the total should be 10 or 12, I think, the picture. So the picture is going to be the symbol for the happiness, something like that. So next important thing about the horse is this. It is because this how to say word altar itself. I guess I did not mention how we say altar here in Mongolia. Altar is Takhil. Takhil. It can be like together with the other words like Borkhan Takhil, meaning God and altar. Awa Takhil, meaning this the holy pile of stones. This holy markers. This Awa and altar, something like that. So Awa altar is something outside. Borkhan Takhil is something inside of your household. In order to understand, this word Takhil, you remove the. I will need, this new Takhil. You remove the L, the ending L. You have Takhil, altar. And you have word Takhil, meaning worship, honor, or it's a wild horse. So Takh must be, this horse. Horse here in Mongolia is mor. Mor. Takh, mor is basically same thing, both horses. But Takh is a wild horse. Mor is a, how to say, it's trained, it's a friend, it's a close companion, something like that. So you can add the L. Moril. Moril. If you add L, it creates a word Moril, meaning welcome. When you visit, this Mongolian, this home, yurt, gir, the host will say, Deeshee-Moril. Please welcome, this, welcome higher, Deeshee-Moril. They want to seat you close to their, this family picture or altar, something like that. Not in the front of the altar, but in the right side of the altar. So, since Moril is a welcome, Takhil is also welcome. So, Takhil is a much more, how to say, respectful way to say welcome. You basically welcoming the spirits, gods, and something like that in your, this, how to say, little, these statues and something like that. So it seems logical to put the wild horse Takh on your altar, but traditionally people usually put the horse with the equipment, the saddle, stirrups, and etc., etc. A horse without all this equipment is like symbol of freedom. But when you put this all this equipment on the horse, it becomes totally different symbolism. It's the opposite of freedom. It's about duty. It's about being basically servant, slave, etc., etc. And it feels like you are waiting for your Lord to come. This something like that. But we see horse with the saddle and equipment as a symbol of culture. So when you are like trying to this write book about the Central Asian culture or Mongolian culture, you can put this image of a horse with the full equipment, something like that. So yeah. It's this when you look at your horse with the stirrups, equipment, etc., etc., waiting for you, it's an image of welcoming. The horse welcomes you, something like that. So well, that's this I guess pretty much for today, and in this the other Mongolians may have, you know, these other opinions on why horse is important, something like that. Mine was just how to say, maybe surface of the, you know, these things. Shaman's altar is different from a commoner's in this altar. Shaman puts, you know, these wild animals like eagle, wolf, owl, and a crow, etc., etc. And he claims that these wild animals somehow important, something like that. For a, you know, this nomad, for a farmer, wolf seen as, you know, some kind of enemy. But for a shaman, wolf, image of bear, etc., etc., is seen as very important, sacred, and something like that. And you know, some good shamans really, you know, this, you know, this try to, you know, this change the mindset of the common these people, so that, you know, this, you need to love these wild animals, you need to honor the deer, you need to, you know, this, respect their you know, bears, their habitat, do not, you know, this, have to disturb them, etc., etc. Basically, shaman acts like some kind of naturalist, something like that. The next thing on the altar is the image of, you know, this god, something like that.
This will be a holiday long remembered.
Yeah. It can be any god. It's your choice. It can be the dude with the sword, and etc., etc. I guess I will not dwell into this. The last part. It's your choice. And yeah, horse. You know, this horse brings good luck, at the same time bad luck. And if you ask for a good luck, I think you will receive the good luck. I guess you need to be sincere, something like that. Well, that's pretty much for today, and as always, thanks for watching.